There's a small, almost unassuming lake in India that ancient texts claim is the single holiest place in the entire universe. It's called Rādhā-kuṇḍa. But how could a simple body of water possibly be more sacred than, say, the heavens themselves? Well, today we're going to explore that mystery and the profound story behind this sacred lake. Right off the bat, the ancient text, the Nectar of Instruction, makes this absolutely staggering claim. It says Rādhā-kuṇḍa stands supreme above all other holy places. And why? Because it's, and I love this wording, overflooded with prema. That means the purest, most intense form of divine love you can imagine. This isn't just some nice praise. The text is literally ranking it as #1 in the entire cosmos.
So that's the big question we're unpacking today, right? How can one physical lake be considered more sacred than the heavens? To get to the bottom of it, we've got to go back to where it all started, its origin story.
Now, this incredible claim doesn't just come out of nowhere. The scriptures actually build a case for it piece by piece, and it all starts with a story that's probably not what you'd expect.
You'd think the origin of the universe's holiest place would involve some grand cosmic miracle, right? Well, the story of Rādhā-kuṇḍa actually starts with something a lot more earthly. A demon, a sacred bowl, and an act of atonement that just blossoms into something absolutely divine.
So let's get into that origin. The creation of Rādhā-kuṇḍa is described as a pastime, which is sort of like a divine play. It's a story that reveals the incredibly deep, loving connection between Lord Krishna and his most beloved Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī.
Okay, so the story goes something like this. Lord Krishna defeats a demon who's disguised himself as a bull. Afterwards, Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī and her closest friends, her Sakis, they start to playfully tease him. They're joking around, saying that by killing a bull, even a demon one, he's committed a sin and needs to atone for it. Well, Rādhārāṇī takes this joke to a whole new level and decides, fine, we'll create our own pure holy place. And so, with their own hands, she and her friends joyfully dig the basin for what will become Rādhā-kuṇḍa. But this beautiful origin story, it's really just the beginning. The true power of Rādhā-kuṇḍa isn't just in how it was made, but where it fits within this grand cosmic hierarchy of sacredness. This is where things get really fascinating. The scriptures lay out this kind of spiritual ladder of holiness. To really get why Rādhā-kuṇḍa is at the very, very top, we have to look at all the rungs below it. So check out this spiritual ladder. At the very base, you've got Vaikuntha, the eternal, transcendental world. Pretty impressive, right? But then, the city of Mathura is considered even more sacred because that's where Lord Krishna actually appeared on earth. Above that, you have the forest of Vṛndāvana, because that was the site of his most intimate Rasa-lila dances. Even higher up is Govardhana Hill, which Krishna famously lifted with his own hand. And then, right at the very top, above everything else, stands Śrī Rādhā-kuṇḍa. Which, of course, brings us right back to that ultimate question. We've seen the story, we've seen its place at the top of the pyramid. But why? What is the secret ingredient here? What gives this lake its ultimate power? And the answer is just, it's so beautifully simple, and yet so incredibly profound. The sacredness of Rādhā-kuṇḍa is a direct reflection of the sacredness of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī herself. The lake's value is completely tied to her. And here's the key insight from the great sages. Lord Krishna loves this lake as much as he loves Rādhārāṇī. In his heart, the two are completely inseparable. This lake isn't just some place named in her honor. It's considered to be the liquid form of her love for him.
And this isn't just some poetic idea, The scriptures spell it out. This verse confirms it directly. Just as Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī is dear to Krishna, so her bathing place is equally dear to Krishna. That one word, equally, that's the key to its supreme status.
And just to show you how deep this love goes, the texts say that Krishna himself, the Supreme Lord, regularly bathes in Rādhā-kuṇḍa, and he does it for just one reason, for the pleasure of Śrīmatī Rādhārāṇī. It's an act of pure love. So, what does this all mean in a practical sense? If this lake is that powerful, what does it mean for a spiritual seeker? Well, it means that connecting with Rādhā-kuṇḍa is seen as a direct path to the ultimate spiritual goal. And that ultimate goal is prema, a state of pure, ecstatic, unconditional love for the divine. And here's the extraordinary claim from the Nectar of Instruction. The power of Rādhā-kuṇḍa is so immense that just bathing in its waters one time can fully awaken this incredible love in a person's heart. So for those who are really seeking this highest perfection, the scriptures outline a path of total immersion. It's not just about taking a dip in the lake. It's about living on its banks and, most importantly, shifting your entire consciousness away from the material world to take shelter and service to Śrī Rādhā. But, and this is a really crucial point, this isn't seen as an easy path. The texts stress that this opportunity is so exalted that even great celestial sages rarely attain it, which means that anyone who actually gets the chance to live and serve at Rādhā-kuṇḍa, well, they're described as being among the most fortunate people in the universe.
And so the prayer of the devotee, as it's captured so beautifully in the Śrī Rādhā-kuṇḍa stakam, is really just a simple, heartfelt plea. It's a desire for shelter, a hope to be connected to this place that is the liquid form of divine love.
In the end, the story of Rādhā-kuṇḍa leaves us with this really profound idea. It suggests that what makes a place truly sacred isn't the physical stuff, the stone or the water. It's the divine love that fills it. And it really makes you wonder, what is it that truly transforms a physical place on earth into a portal for a profound spiritual experience?